Hello everyone. So this is a variation in the Sicilian called the Wings Gambit. I've analyzed this before, but this time there's something I want to show you. After b4, white has sacrificed a pawn which black has to take, and then d4, black plays d5. Now, I had seen some videos where it was recommended that white should take the pawn, but I didn't like those lines. I just didn't like it, and I felt comfortable playing e5. Here, I agree I'm a pawn down, but my plan is to develop my king side peacefully and then start an attack on the queen side. Now, how did I go about it? I'm playing a higher rated chess player in an online Midgame on chess. So after knight c6, my opponent was playing very well. I played a3 with the idea that if he takes with pawn, I can take with bishop, right? And if after I take with the bishop, he cannot play this move because I'll just exchange bishops and his king will not be able to castle. Then I can now start my attack on the wings. So that was just the idea. Alternatively, I can take with knight with the idea of going to b5. But anyway, I think he didn't. After that move, he now played queen b6, putting pressure on my d pawn, attacking my d pawn, right? I develop with the bishop. Incidentally, he's playing the top NJ moves, and I develop my knight. He now develops his pawn, and I push. So this move was an ingenious move. I didn't like the idea of taking. Then he will now take maybe with his knight coming in to attack the c2 square. That's what I was seeing in the game. I didn't just like that idea at all. I didn't like the pressures in the position, So when he now played the e6, I decided to push my pawn to a4. Now, my opponent developed his knight. I thought he would bring out his bishop, but anyway, he just developed his knight. And if you look at this position, how does black develop the king side? It's very difficult. And if he goes to the queen side is already open. So his king will not be safe. So let's continue. He plays knight g2, e7, and I develop my knight. He plays h6. I develop my knight. Now I want to play the move a5. I want to kick the queen, I just want to, and then leave that b pawn isolated, right? He now plays a5, and then my bishop now goes to b5, pinning the knight, and I'm making room to castle. After I castle, I can start launching my attacks, and my black cannot castle yet. He pins my knight. I attack the bishop immediately, goes back, and then I castle. So the idea of castling was I just wanted a safe king before I start my attack. And after he plays knight f5, I just give him g4 immediately. He takes, I take, then the bishop moves away. Now analyze this position. Even though white is a pawn down, there's potential dangers for black. So I immediately attack the bishop. He moves his bishop away. I attack the bishop again. The bishop goes back, and then I threaten the pawn on f7. So he didn't want to move his queen back to c7. And already white has a good game. I mean, if he moves his queen to c7, I have moves like rook to c1, and then I can play the pawn to c3, just trying to break his position and also find a way to attack. So he plays bishop g8, which was a bad move, as you can see. I immediately go in with my knight. Now I'm attacking the rook, and he cannot take pawn takes knight because of this move. And if he goes here, just like what happened in the game. He gets checkmated, queen check, and then I have this queen check, and then so his game is. This was eventually it transposed to this sort of position. Very funny. So after my knight move, he moved. Okay, that's what he did. I was expecting him to move his rook, but instead he captured my knight. And after check, he moved. I checked. He moved. I checked, and he resigned. He cannot move his knight here because bishop d7 is a checkmate. And if he moves his queen, I'll just capture, check, his knight moves, and still checkmate. So this was a wonderful game I played in Wing's Gambit. My opponent was higher rated than me, but I still won. So I'm looking at the Wing's Gambit. It's beginning to look like a formidable opening to play. So I'll be analyzing, studying it more in depth to see if it is actually a sound variation to play in tournament play. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you.